Today, we're diving into something really wild. We are going to tackle a massive, almost unbelievable claim, building a fully automated e-commerce business in just 1 week using artificial intelligence. We're going to look at how creators are taking dropshipping, the model where you sell products you don't actually keep in stock, and absolutely turbocharging it with AI.
Okay, let's dive right into this. $1. That is literally the barrier to entry we are looking at today. It completely shatters that old, tired myth that you need massive capital, some giant warehouse full of boxes, or, a team of angel investors just to launch an online brand. Practically anyone can start doing this right now. Because think about the old way, right? It meant weeks of tedious, manual website design, struggling for hours to write your own product copy, and dealing with the incredibly messy inventory. But our sources are showing a lightning-fast new reality. We're talking 60-minute auto-generation, using ChatGPT to write totally persuasive copy for you and having software handle the fulfillment automatically. It's a real game changer.
Phase 1, 60-minute speed build. Building the architecture.
So here's the exact tech stack people are using to build a professional foundation in literally minutes. First up, you use a free AI store builder, which auto-generates all your layouts, banners, and even your legal policies. Then you port all of that over into a $1 3-month Shopify trial. And finally, you fire up ChatGPT to brainstorm your business names and generate a free logo. By stacking these tools, you're virtually eliminating your setup costs.
Phase 2, finding wow factor. Winning merchandise. Now, you can't just throw random trinkets on a store and expect to get rich. The sources outline some super strict criteria for finding a winning product. You want to focus on highly specific niches, like the non-toxic lifestyle, for example. The product needs to solve a viral problem. It absolutely must offer at least a 3x markup, and you have to validate the demand beforehand using TikTok analytics and ad spy tools. To make this a bit more concrete, let's look at some highly specific problem solvers that have actually worked. Things like altitude breathing trainers for serious athletes, clips designed to stop expensive golf clubs from rattling around, or adjustable waist trimmers. Notice a trend? These aren't generic items. They target really passionate niche audiences in delightfully weird but highly effective ways.
Phase 3, Indian Market Goldmine. Localized Dropshipping.
Now, what's really interesting about this next part is a specific regional opportunity. But to understand it, you absolutely must understand RTO, which stands for Return to Origin. This is basically the rate at which products are returned without ever being delivered. In heavy cash-on-delivery markets, like India, this is the ultimate critical metric. Understanding and mitigating your RTO is literally the difference between success and total failure in local dropshipping.
So how do you validate a winning local product? On platforms like Reposo Cloud, it requires hitting some very specific targets. You're looking for a delivery rate greater than 50%, which is officially considered excellent. The product should also boast over 10,000 units previously sold, and there needs to be high available inventory. If you hit all those marks, your item is primed for success.
Phase 4, Zero Employee Tech Stack. Hands-free execution.
Okay, here is where it gets crazy. This exact automation stack basically replaces an entire team of human employees. You've got AutoDS handling your automatic product importing and shipping. ChatGPT is stepping in as your copywriter for ad scripts and descriptions. Then 11 Labs comes in with AI-generated voiceovers in multiple languages, like Hindi for that Indian market we just talked about. And finally, InVideo automatically assembles professional video ads from downloaded meta clips. It makes the whole shebang incredibly passive.
Phase 5, Zero Budget Marketing. Getting store eyeballs.
You might be wondering how we get traffic without spending a fortune. Well, our sources emphasize a really powerful contrarian strategy. Rely on organic content. Instead of risking thousands of dollars on Facebook ads right out of the gate, beginners should be focusing on building a community around a niche. Educate them, solve their problems, and let the organic reach do the heavy lifting.
But hey, if you do decide to pay for reach, there's a much smarter path. Macro influencers, the ones with 500,000 followers, they offer this really broad, expensive, and honestly diluted reach. In stark contrast, micro-influencers with 10K to 50K followers are highly affordable. Plus, they often boast a 60% higher engagement rate and a 20% higher conversion rate. It's a no-brainer.
Let's look at this micro-strategy in action. It often means paying for really wacky, high-energy Instagram stories. There's this great example from the sources, paying the micro-influencer duo, the Grays brothers, just $50 to wear this bizarre breathing respirator in a gym. I mean, it was completely absurd, but guess what? It grabbed immediate attention, and it drove a massive surge of traffic directly to the store.
Phase 6, 7-day results and scaling. The final outcome.
Let's move to the end of the challenge and see how this builds. After 7 days of work, 35 cents. Yep, you heard me. Just 35 cents. Honestly, this incredibly modest initial profit is a fantastic, grounded reality check. AI dropshipping isn't some magic button that promises millions overnight.
The exact financials here reveal the absolute transparency of this experiment. They got 10 genuine sales, which resulted in $17.85 in gross revenue. Factor in the total costs, that $1 Shopify trial, the $50 promo with the influencers, and $39.50 in actual product costs, and it comes out to $90.50, leaving that tiny 35-cent profit. But here is the absolute magic of this. It proves the system actually works. It converts total strangers into paying buyers.
Now, to see the contrasting ceiling of success, we can return to that Indian market case study we mentioned earlier. That particular strategy achieved a massive 15x return on ad spend, meaning for every single rupee spent on marketing, 15 came back. Once your proof of concept is validated and you apply that localized expertise, the ceiling for success is incredibly high.
So, the crucial point is this. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is all about validating a proof of concept with absolute pocket change. You use that single dollar to test the waters and see if an audience will buy. And once they do, that's when you unleash the AI tech stack to efficiently scale across bigger campaigns and multiple products.
The automated tools are out there, and the barrier to entry has literally never been lower. So what unique problem-solving niche will you build a community around using just $1 and artificial intelligence? Keep learning, experimenting, and we'll see you next time on The Explainer.